Hello everybody, it is Nicole from iiKiui, and today I'll be teaching you how to blend different colors with alcohol markers. So let's not waste any time and hop right into the video. As always, this is not the only way to blend with alcohol markers, this is just the way that I blend. There are many other methods out there, but this one works for me and I hope that it works for you too. As with the past two videos, the first step is to choose your markers. However, when I was testing how to blend with different colored markers for this video, I discovered a few things about which markers to use. I found that trying to blend complementary colors like orange and blue, yellow and purple, and red and green did not really blend at all by themselves. You could blend them together, but you would need a color in the middle to mix them, like the brown that they create when you blend the two together. I found that trying to blend colors that are similar in tone worked best, so for example, blending two dark colors or two light colors together. In this piece, I'll be blending dark purple and dark green together without adding the blue in the middle. Unlike in the past videos, I didn't use that many colors because I felt like if I added too many, it would make the colors look muddy. I stuck with 2 to 3 colors for each piece and some additional colors for shading. I started with the purple first and I concentrated on blending that before moving on. When blending different colors, I actually try to avoid layering as much as possible, which is kind of funny because that's the opposite of what I normally do when I blend with other colors. When I get to the section where I want to blend the two colors, I add the second color, creating upward strokes toward the first color. I try to blend the purple into the green as much as possible before moving on, because blending the greens together later is easier than trying to re-blend the green into the purple. Once I finish adding all of the color to the entire piece, I add one final layer going from top to bottom to try and blend the colors together as much as possible. Since we already laid down the foundation, blending the two while the markers are still wet just helps the blending process move along. In this next example, I'm blending two light colors together, light pink and light green. As we saw earlier, trying to blend red into green made this muddy brown color in the center, but blending these two colors didn't create that. I repeat the same process, but since these are lighter colors, I did use a colorless blender to help blend the two in the middle. However, if you use a colorless blender over dark markers, I find that it makes the marker look very blotchy and patchy, so I tend to avoid using it unless I'm using it for very light or pastel colors. In this last example, I'm blending 3 colors together that are all midtones, but watch what happens when I try to blend them. Even though I didn't use an orange marker, trying to blend the pink into the yellow creates an orange color. It's not really as smooth of a transition as if I used separate markers, but it does create a color in the center. The same thing happens when I try to blend the teal blue color into the yellow, where it creates this bright green color in between. This is another way to create a gradient between colors, however it does use a lot more layers, and you can see the ink bleeds out on the lines on her left side. Hopefully, seeing the process done 3 different times helped you understand how I color with different colored markers. Again, this is just the way that I do it, so I hope it helped you out. If you want to practice or color this piece yourself, this line art is available as a coloring page on my Etsy, which will be linked in the description and in the pinned comment. Let me know what other marker tutorials you want to see in the comments, and I'll be sure to read them. So with that, I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. Keep drawing, keep creating, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!